and welcome to another lawnfawn video. Today we are introducing our new set, RAWRSOME, and its coordinating dies. So let's go ahead and check it out. First up, we have this super cute pterodactyl, an adorable stegosaurus, two little brontosaurus, both a little mom or dad and a baby. We have a little triceratops there, a volcano, which I love, and then some lava that can come from the volcano in both a lava shape and in a heart shape. We also have a little egg, which is super cute to have the little baby dino hatch out of it. We have some party hats that you can add in two different styles. And we also have these cute little footprints that you can stamp around your car just like that. And we have that both in an open and a solid style. And we have that cute little flower in both an open and a solid style too. And we also have some different styles of smiley faces, and those are perfect for adding to the volcano, which I think is a super, super cute look. So we have a winky face and a smiley face, and a little eyelash smiley face, and also some rosy cheeks that you can stamp around those faces too. We also have some great sentiments in this set. So we have Hope Your Birthday Is, and then we also have Dad, and of course Mom, and then we also have your. And then we have all these different words that you can add to the bottoms of any of these phrases. So we have terrific, RAWRSOME, dynamite, and my favorite is the tops. We also have I lava you, and then party like there's no tomorrow, which makes me laugh every time I see it. And then we have an exclamation point to add to the ends of the phrases. Next up, I'm going to be using some Copic markers to add some color to these fun images, but I also think these dinosaurs would be super cute to paper piece. If you stamp them on some subtle polka dot paper or striped paper, I think they would be adorable, and I can't wait to try that next. So here you can see what's really fun about coloring these dinos is coloring them in crazy colors. Yes, you can do greens, kind of like we did on the pterodactyl, but I think it's really fun to bring out your purples and turquoises and yellows and just have a blast. So here you can see I'm just shading out, going from dark to medium to light to create this cute little dino. I'm coloring these next two just like Megan did, and she gave them cute little contrasting bellies. So I did the little belly there in the turquoise, and then I'm going to blend him out in my yellows, and then I'm going to flip the colors on the little mama dinosaur there. So we're going to take the yellow, and we're going to make a little belly there. We're going to color in the spots yellow, and then bring out those same turquoise markers and color this guy in. So you'll see I'm going to add some darkness there around the edges, and then blend it out to medium. And then we'll blend it out into the light. And you can see just how cute he is. I love him in the turquoise color. I think it's just adorable. Now I'm taking my darkest marker there and adding a bunch of little dots around the edges where I also laid down my darkest marker for the shading. And that really gives the dinosaur a lot of texture, and I really love how it looks. Now for this guy, I decided to try to go with like a darker turquoise color. So I've added the darkness there kind of behind his head, and then the little shadow under his neck there. And you can see just how cute he's looking. And by adding the shadow around those two layered parts, it really gives him a cool three-dimensional look. And then for the horns, I'm just going to use some gray markers. Now coloring in this volcano is super fun, and I love using warm grays for the mountain part of the volcano. And then we're going to use some nice bright reds for the lava. So here you can see I was trying to blend two markers that were just not blending very well for me. So I brought in a third marker to help me blend them together, and that completely fixed it and give it this cool kind of neon red hot lava look. For the little party hat, I'm going to go in rainbow order here, and I think it's the cutest thing to have a little rainbow party hat. So at the top there, I'm just going to add some purple. And so here I'm just going to blend that out and then do that same dot technique we did on the brontosaurus onto the egg to give it some nice texture. Here we have the coordinating dies, which you can bend apart at the tabs or use your wire snips to separate. I'm going to take that coordinating die there and line it up with my stamped image, and we're going to use some post-it note tape to hold these in place, which is some nice low tack tape. Then you can go ahead and run this through the die cut machine, and you're going to have perfectly cut images all done just like that. I love popping them out of the die. Like, look how cute this little guy is, all popped out of his die. Oh my goodness, he's just adorable. And then here you can see all of the finished images and how you can kind of mix and match some of these elements. So the little dinos look so cute with the little party hats on them, and I love putting the flowers kind of in their hair, for lack of a better phrase. And then you can take that little baby dino and have him hatch from the egg, which is super cute for Mother's Day and Father's Day cards. We've die cut some white cardstock using the largest of the outside in stitch rectangles, and here we've got some post-it note tape, and we're going to be using that to mask off the bottom third of this card. So we're just going to put those edges around just like that, and that's going to protect the bottom from our distress ink, keeping it nice and bright and white. So here we have Mermaid Lagoon, Blueprint Sketch, and Chip Sapphire. And we're going to use a foam ink blending tool, and we're going to start off of the cardstock and move on, blending the color lightest at the bottom and medium at the top. Then we're going to go back and forth between those two colors to help create a seamless blend. Then to add some extra definition, we're going to take the darkest color and just go around the top edges, and then we're going to go back to the medium color and then the lightest to make sure everything is blended really nicely. Here we have one of the Stitch Trails dies, and that's going to be a cute little heart trail for our pterodactyl to be flying. So we're using the pterodactyl as a guide there. We're going to put that in the perfect placement, run it through the die cut machine, and now it has that beautiful stitch detail. Then to add this cool kind of starry look to the sky, we're first going to flick on some plain, clean water, just like that. And you can see the water reacting with the ink and how cool it looks. Then we're going to take some water and create kind of a soupy texture here on this gold watercolor paint. And we're going to flick that paint on as well. So now we'll have the water that reacted with the ink and then the gold specks everywhere. And it's really a cool look and creates a really cool night sky kind of look for this whole scene. Then we can take a heat tool and make sure everything's nice and dry on this card. And then we can go ahead and die cut a sentiment banner here out of some white cardstock and stamp one of my favorite sentiments, which is the I lava you. We're going to stamp that in some black licorice ink, and then we're going to take the cute little heart from the new Llama Tell You stamp set, and we're going to stamp that in some lobster ink, which I think is really cute on the other side of the sentiment. And now here is my favorite part. We're going to remove that post-it note tape, and you can see how beautiful that blue sky looks against that nice bright white edge thanks to that awesome post-it note tape. I love that stuff. And so here you can see we've die cut some simple puffy cloud frames out of some white cardstock that we're going to put into the sky. And then we're going to add a bunch of foam tape to the back of this whole panel and layer it onto a standard size 5.5 by 4.25 inch card. Then we can start to work on layering out our whole scene. So this is that sentiment banner that we stamped earlier, and we're going to add that on with some foam squares. And then we're going to start seeing what the placement should be of all of our different characters here. So I love the fun kind of primary colors that these dinos have been colored in, and then that little cool volcano in the background. You can see just how cute this is looking already. And then we can start to layer some of the other pieces like the eggs and the lava and the pterodactyl. And then we'll use the glue tube to add some liquid glue behind all of these clouds. And this today is a card that we've recreated by Audrey. So thank you so much, Audrey, for letting us recreate your card for the video. And so now we're just going to go ahead with some scissors and trim off any of the excess of those simple puffy cloud frames. And I love that look because it looks like the scene really extends beyond what you're seeing in the card. And then here you can see the cute finished card. This card makes me smile so much. Oh my goodness, I love it so much. So now that we've created a card, I thought it would be fun to create a shadowbox card next with these awesome little dinos. So here we have some of the spiffy speckles paper, and we're going to die cut a piece without a window, and then we're going to die cut the shadowbox card with the new Park Shadowbox add-on window. So we're going to run that right through the die cut machine. Then we're going to die cut two inserts. So the grass here is from the Park add-on, and then the hill is actually from the original Shadowbox card. So I love that you can mix and match these, and we've die cut these both from some of the B-sides of the Spring Fling paper. So now we've got a cool little hill and some grass to go along with it. We're also going to die cut those tree trunks there from that same gray pattern paper. Now, what I love about this is that we've taken the Park add-on and we're making it look super prehistoric, which is super cool. So right here, we're going to fold in the center and then along that little tab on the edge on both the piece with the window and the piece without the window. Then we can go ahead and also fold along the score lines that the die created for us on our inserts too. So we're going to do that on the grass and on our cool steel gray kind of rocky hill here. And then we'll start putting the box together. So we're going to add some adhesive here to the tabs on both of our shadow box pieces and on the tabs on both of the inserts. Then we can go ahead and peel up the liner paper on one of the tabs, and we're going to butt these two pieces against each other, and then we're going to press that tab down, and this is going to help us create one long piece. Then we can start to add in the inserts. So here we're going to add the first grass one there closer to the window so that it's going to be more in the foreground. Then we'll peel up the liner paper on one of the tabs there on the hill, and we're going to put that behind there, about an inch or so behind, but we're also going to layer it up too so that it looks like it's not only behind it, but also up, kind of like stadium seating. Then we can layer these two pieces flat. So we're going to take those two pieces and we're going to lay them down flat against the whole card base there. And then we can peel up that liner paper and close the right side of this box shut, picking up that adhesive. Then we'll peel up the liner paper on the big tab there and close the left side of the box, forming the whole box while it's completely flat. This way we know it's going to always fold down perfectly flat, but it's going to pop up and be perfectly created with that cool stadium seating effect we have with the grass and the hill. Now we're going to add our steel gray trees here from the outside for a really, really cool prehistoric look. And then to make it look like that lava is spraying out of the volcano, we're going to take some acetate and trim it down to be about 1/8 of an inch wide. Then we can take that acetate and add some adhesive to the top and to the bottom. Then on one side, we're going to attach our lava, and then on the other side, we're going to attach the volcano. And so now it looks like that little lava is really floating up and spraying out of the volcano. And then we can add the volcano right to the back to our rocky hill. I'm going to add that little pterodactyl to the very back of the whole box, and then we can start to layer all of our dinos in here. For our sentiment, I wanted to make this a Father's Day card, a really fun and unique Dino Father's Day card. So it's going to say, "Dad, you're the tops," which is so super cute. And so I'm going to cut a little sentiment banner here out of some white cardstock, and then we're going to stamp on that in some black licorice ink. And I'm going to stamp that all the way over to the left-hand side because the right-hand side is going to be covered up by our turquoise triceratops there. So then we can layer that whole piece right behind that dino and line it up with the left edge of the card. And now the card is all done. I love it because it folds flat, it fits in a standard envelope with standard postage, but when you open it up, it's this amazing three-dimensional scene, which is so super cool. And this card here was originally created by Jen, so thank you so much, Jen, for letting me create your card for the video. You can see just how cool it is. I love that we use the 12 by 12 paper so that it's got the white speckles on the inside and the purple speckles on the outside. So super cool. So you'll write your message on the back, and then it's going to pop open just like that. So next up, we're going to be recreating a gorgeous card by Elena, and we're going to be using this same purple, the blueberry smoothie, spiffy speckles paper, which is so perfect for these dino cards. And we've gone ahead and die cut those with a stitched rectangle, and we're going to layer this purple piece right onto our white card base. We also have a white stitch rectangle here, and we're going to cut that rectangle right in half there, and then we're going to be die cutting a little simple stitched hillside border from it. So now we've got a stitched hillside border, and we also have a rectangular piece cut in half. And then now we're going to take some antique linen ink and sponge that onto the hill and onto that rectangular piece. And so this is going to be a dino card that has a much more pastel, soft palette to it, which I think is so pretty. Once we have all of that inking on there, creating kind of a cool sandy floor for our dinos to be on, we're going to layer this little stitched piece right here onto our white piece so that there's a nice white little border on the top and the bottom, and then we're going to layer that hill towards the bottom of that. And then now it's time to work on the sentiment, and we're going to be using the "Party Like There's No Tomorrow." So we're going to stamp that there onto some narwhal cardstock and some clear sticky ink, and then we'll add some white heat embossing powder to that, and we can heat that up with the heat tool, and it's going to give this really nice bright white shiny sentiment that I think looks so gorgeous. So once that's all done there, we can add some tape to the back of that whole panel that we were working on earlier, and then layer our sentiment right underneath that. And I love the layers of white and gray and the light brown over the purple. It's absolutely gorgeous. Now to add some details to the hills, we're going to take a light brown marker here and just add a bunch of little dots all around. And that's going to make it look like a sandy floor that maybe has some rocks around, and it makes it coordinate nicely with that purple paper that we have in the background. So here you can see those cute little pastel dinosaurs. Even the lava has a pastel look to it, and I think it's so pretty. And because this is a birthday card, now we can add some little birthday hats onto these dinos. So we're using the glue tube there to add a little liquid glue to the tops of their heads, and then we're giving them their cute little party hat so that they're ready for the festivities that are coming. And then to decorate the little party hat, we're going to add some cute white gel pen details to them so it looks like a little polka dotted party hat. And now we can start to layer all of our critters on with some foam squares. And I love adding foam squares to the backs of my die cut images because it really just makes them pop and adds a whole new fun element to the card. So we're going to go ahead and layer those guys all around the scene, kind of over top of this volcano, and you can see just how cute this is turning out. Oh my goodness, it just makes me smile so much. So now the card is all done and it's absolutely adorable. So next up we have some gorgeous cards by the design team, and first up we have a really fun reveal wheel by Shari, and I love it so much because it's a cute little baby card, and when you spin the wheel you get all of these fun little sentiments, including "It's a boy." I love the bold colors in this card by Lizzie. It's so cute and fun, and I love the orange clouds too. Absolutely adorable. And then this card by Elise is so sweet. I also love her bright, bold colors. These dinos are so cute in these kind of primary kind of colors. This card by Shari is so much fun. She used the Open Me on the front, and when you open it up, you get this amazing pivot pop-up on the inside, which is so super cool. Here we have a gorgeous card by Lynette, and I love how she used the stitched mountain border in the background. It's perfect for this set. Here, Kristen created an amazing shadow box card and then stamped the Open Me and those cute little footprints there on the envelope. Here, this card by Megan is so cute. I love how she has the mountains and that stitched windy backdrop in the background. And then Kristen created a really cool shaker card where she's got red little lava in her shaker speech bubble. This card by Kay is so gorgeous. I love the watercolor background and her fun trees. And here's the card that inspired us to make ours today by Elena. So thank you so much, Elena. And then here's the card by Audrey that inspired us too. So thank you so much, Audrey. This card by Melissa is so amazing. She incorporated her magic picture changer into her scene so that when you pull, then all of the lava comes out of the volcano. Oh my goodness, it's so cool and so much fun. And then this card by Yanea is an absolute wow. Look at that amazing background that she created. Just gorgeous. So I cannot wait to see what you guys do with RAWRSOME, so make sure to share it with us. Thank you so much for watching today, and I hope you have an absolutely amazing day. Bye!